Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sport. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Washington Wizards. Looking at the Wizards, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And guys, let's talk John Wall, the leader of this team without a doubt. When they struggle, though, does he get too much of the blame, Kenny?
No, that comes with the price tag of being a max contract player, the leader of your team, all of those things, the face of the franchise. The best player gets the credit, but he also gets the criticism.
I agree with that, but as good as Wall is, there are 4 other guys on the floor, and they all should share responsibility for a loss, not just the max guy, Kenny.
And now we send you to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's the Phoenix Suns taking on Washington. And, of course, the big news, Eric Bledsoe out with the injury.
Yeah, and since last game, when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse. I mean, they're going to have to make do without this young man for a long time.
Wow, I mean, this is a huge blow to the team. Certainly a frustrating turn of events for him, just the opposite of what everyone was hoping for.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, we talked about it before. Big shakeup in this game, guys, as both Prez and Justice Young are inserted into the starting lineup. When I asked the coach about the switch, he said they both have earned it. It's not hard to see that they energize the team when they're on the floor, and I wanted them doing that from the opening tip. The youth movement is in full effect for this team. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you for that, David, and a lot of faith being placed on these rookies.
But you had to know it was coming with how they have been playing together. You want to give rookies time to grow, but they both look ready for that starting spot.
Now, for the Wizards, we know their playoff hopes always hinge on the continued all-star play of point guard John Wall. He's the engine. There's no doubt that makes everything go for this team offensively.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Suns.
Keep the head in it.
Prez.
Stay loose.
He's
Stay
in a
loose.
power forward. Evan Booker out there with Young. Then there's Len, and it's Warren in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Beal dishes the Wall. It's rebounded by Prez. And what a shakeup it is for this team. Several changes as both Prez and Justice Young have been inserted into the starting lineup.
And it's a big change to do all at once. But the way these two have been playing off one another, coming off the bench, it just made sense to give them more opportunities together.
And the Wizards with possession. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
It wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, lack of ball movement led to bad shot selection, degree of difficulty on all the shots, just too much. Bad overall effort.
Yes, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Yeah, he's playing with some energy here early. And let's see if he stays aggressive and continues to attack the 10.
Stolen by Warren. He dishes it to Len. Booker the pass to Prez. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Prez. Young's got his first bucket of the night.
And although the Beast surrounded Young, it isn't enough sometimes. He's just too talented for those guys down there.
Porter kicks the Wall. Here's Morris. Len with the block. They get it back. Wall's shot is off. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. With With these games early in the season, it's mostly about establishing a rhythm, I would assume, Doris, to prepare for the long haul of the campaign?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that, Kevin. I think, the veterans are supposed to set the influence on the younger guys. Are we working hard every single day in practice? And there's nothing like having that savvy veteran or a head coach who holds you to high standards, because the rookies are going to do as you show them how to do.
For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the paint, wants to get it to Morris and does. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Morris has got 5 now.
Playing with a high level of activity inside. This is the Morris we like to see.
For 3, Booker, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Which is exactly why they need to defend him tightly here early on. They can't let this guy get rolling.
Now here's Wall. 20 points for him last game against Miami.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation.
Here's Prez following the basket by John Wall. Prez. Morris with the rebound.
Got to be stronger about finishing those looks. That's a great opportunity, guys.
Indeed it is. You're right, Doris. Morris a screen. And Beal kicks to Wall. He nails it, and we're tied up. Wall's got his second basket of the night.
Well, he can really live at the rim.
Jump out there. Come on. We need to get Beal under control, gentlemen. And he's doing the most damage. Gets to his spot down low. I want us bringing the double every time he starts to dribble. We have got to pressure him into a bad look. No easy buckets now, all right? We got this.
He'll focus on his play, and that is when he's at his best. And he might become a fan favorite with the way he will gush on about this Wizards organization.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
It gives you a chance to calm your guys down. Let them know what opportunities you see from the sideline.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. .141 left in the first quarter. Feeds to Barbosa. Back to Knight. Chandler is screen. Back to Barbosa. Shot clock at 3. Chandler dishes to Dudley. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Back to Knight. The feed now to Tucker. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Tucker's got himself. So the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Wizards trail by 5. On Pheonix, looking who they've got on the floor. Prez in at the 4 spot. Young is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's T.J. Warren, and it's Len in at the center position. Beal can't get it to go.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what. There's no reason for that kind of shot.
Booker against Beal. And Young kicks to Len. Rebound by Mahimi.
Yeah, terrific all-around effort from the defense. They were not going to let him finish over them.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Yeah, as we just saw, you don't always have to get the block to make a defensive impact.
Pheonix leading by 5. And Young, here we go. Wall with the steal. 18 feet out. Here's Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got 7.
Now that's the passion you like to see from Markieff Morris, converting off the board.
Fades away. Prez with the bucket. Prez has got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns. And Doris, it seems so often these days you don't see an interim head coach actually get the job at the end of the year. That was not the case with Earl Watson and the Suns. He showed what he could do, and management has given him the go-ahead.
Kevin, I think it often feels like you're a placeholder as an interim, but good for the Suns front office for giving Watson the job. Not easy to do since Watson is such a young head coach, one of the youngest in the league, in fact.
Here's Young, following the basket by John Wall. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. And the Suns lead by 5.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Morris outside. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Prez. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Prez is just brilliant. Just has such remarkable initiative and moves well without the ball.
And the Suns going through the longest playoff drought in the franchise's history. 6 seasons, Doris, and counting.
Well, think back to 2014, Kevin, when they win 48 games and still miss the playoffs. Tough break there. We've seen the conferences become more balanced, but there's a long time where good just wasn't good enough in the Western Conference.
Washington some changes. Nicholson comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Thornton in for Porter. Jared Dudley's checked in for Pheonix. Levens comes in for Booker. He's off on the second.
You know, when the Wizards last season went small, I thought they struggled on the boards. They went from a team that was top 4 in rebounding to bottom 6. They simply have got to do a better job on the glass.
Mahimi a screen. Young with the steal. And stolen by Thornton. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
And the Wizards with Markieff Morris at the 4 and Gortat at center. You like that front line?
Kevin, I certainly think there's some talent there, and that's certainly a gifted offensive front court. It comes down to rebounding and rim protection. Can they get the job done there?
These Phoenix fans are accustomed to winning basketball. The Suns with one of the top 5 historic win percentages in NBA history.
Yeah, Kevin, fans can get spoiled just like anyone. They have high expectations, and I think the Suns embrace that. Nobody is in this business to lose. They're gonna.
Tie game in Washington.
Come on, guys. Shake it off. We're letting one guy look like a world beater out there. He's getting into our paint at will. Let's gap him and invite the outside shot. He does not shoot it well enough to beat us from long range. We can still win this game. Defense, fellas. Let's go.
Welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. That is one heck of a view. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Well, there are very few defenders who can check him one-on-one, and in fact, collectively, he's a challenge for defenses.
For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And free throws are especially difficult on the road. The crowd noise plays can affect what you're thinking, and it's a challenge, and it was obviously a challenge they were dealing with.
Porter and Morris, the duo at forward. The always dangerous Wall and Beal are the backcourt. And it's Mahimi in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the rope for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Pheonix shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Now the NC State product, right? TJ Warren, you like what he can do on the offensive end, and more importantly, how efficiently he does it. Rarely puts himself in a bad spot or takes a bad shot.
Booker with it. Now Beal defending. And Booker kicks to Len from 10 feet out, and it's Pheonix scoring again.
Good. You have to love that passing, Kev. Just the right amount of zip on that bounce pass.
And with Warren, he's efficient and still doing everything he can to improve his game, Doris, and add to his offensive skills.
Well, I think, Kevin, the three-pointer has already made big jumps for him. Pretty much double the rate he takes them between his first and second seasons. And you like the work ethic he's shown while recovering from injury. You just hope he can stay healthy.
Basket counts. Now it's a 7-point Pheonix lead.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
That was well done. Those are the types of plays that will allow them to not just hang on to the lead, but extend it.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
For 3, Booker. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Ball passes to Morris. It's hauled in by Warren.
He's been so inconsistent from the field, and that makes it hard for these guys to catch up.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Sometimes even the simplest things are ruined, but they've got to be frustrated with that turnover.
Bender, he's checked in for Warren. Young against Wall. Pass to Porter. The 3. The Wizards with another miss.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Doris is looking around the league. Who are some of the players that you feel are underrated or don't get the kind of credit for what they do night in and night out?
Yeah, the first guy that comes to mind, and I know just the respect that coaches have for him, is Paul Millsap, right? I mean, this is a guy who is a little bit undersized to play the power forward, has got to use his speed and his guile to be effective around the rim, works so hard to develop that perimeter game. Kyle Lowry, right? Dynamic in terms of his scoring ability, his toughness. He's absolutely the personality that drives that. And maybe Isaiah Thomas.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
5'9".
Right, 5'9", but I'll tell you, the guy's got guts when the game is on the line. Boston was able to be competitive before he arrived. They couldn't close games until he arrived.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gortat's checked in for Mahimi. Nicholson comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Thornton in for Porter. So he gets them both. One thing you know you're getting with Alex Len is size. He's legit 7'1". He can be intimidating with his size on the floor. And he has some pretty easy moves for a player that size.
I think, Kevin, Len is continuing to find ways to make the most of his height and length. That spot-up jumper has a high release, very hard to bother that one. And he's just got to find consistency with that baby hook. Nobody is going to be able to get to that shot when he releases it.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Nicholson dishes to Gortat. Stolen by Len. Here's Young. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now it's an 11-point Suns lead for Washington. They've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
To start in his sophomore season, he still has a long way to go, guys, but rapidly improving his...
And it's Phoenix's ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. And Pheonix looking who they've got on the floor. Prez. He's in at the 4 spot. Evan Booker out there with Young. And it's Alex Len. And it's Warren in at the 3 spot. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Doris with Glenn, the improvement is there, as you can see. Still has a lot of trouble finding consistency, perhaps, on the offensive side, but he has a lot of time to develop.
I think, Kevin, what's important for Len is just keeping confidence growing when he's on the floor and letting the game slow down a bit. He gets in trouble when he feels the need to rush things or force a play. But, boy, with his improvement, you can tell he might have a chance.
Warren kicks to Young. Set the pick. No good on the three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Satoransky the pass to Beal. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Just terrific recognition by Beal. Saw the lane and drew the contact. You know, I think with the injuries that Bradley Beal has had to deal with in his career, it has taken a toll on his development. He's never played a full season in the NBA, and it's pretty hard to maximize your game when you're always fighting back from injury.
With Beal, he said himself that he might need to be on a minute restriction for the rest of his career. Doris, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not, Kevin. In the past, Beal has played quite a bit every time he's been available, so this would be a tough adjustment if that happens. For Beal, you need to do whatever it takes to stay healthy on the floor. He's a big-time talent, but he can't help his team if he's injured more often than not.
Prez, no good. Wizards trailed by 8. Here's Wall, and it's Pheonix with the rebound. Prez has got 3 rebounds now in this one. To the inside, Len, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And with Prez, you get it all. Outstanding passes to his guys who have clean looks at the basket.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Here's Morris. And another miss by Washington.
Who knows what happened there, but I'm sure the defense is aware they dodged a bullet.
And Young kicks to Prez. Takes the 3. Porter pulls it in.
What a great opportunity. Nice open look. You'll take those anytime you can get an uncontested shot.
Young with the steal. And now Warren running the floor all by himself. The 17-footer goes down. Warren's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns.
That's just all energy. Young really a pest on defense with his quick instincts.
From deep, Wall. That one doesn't go. So Pheonix will take it the other way. To the left wing. Here's Prez. Kept alive. Len dishes to Warren. Passes it to Prez. Trying to find Len, gets it to him. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. The dish now to Prez. Down low, kicks it out to Booker. Traps in the tray. And the Suns lead by...
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they
Was better.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Len.
Well, you have to admire the defensive job he did. Showed how you can really change a game with your defense, and that helped propel their offense to me. Gave them a lot of key extra possessions to work with.
Pass to Thornton. He feeds it to Nicholson. Back to Thornton. Will it go? Buries the long-range jumper. And so it's Pheonix easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Great game, Prez.
Hey, thank you, man. What's up?
Man, you and Justice really starting to look like a formidable duo out there.
Finally, huh? Starting to click.
You guys are lucky. Usually takes guys a while to find their tag team partner in the league. You know, Kareem and Magic didn't hook up till Kareem's 11th season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know about all that. We can hopefully build on what we've been doing and win some titles before 11 seasons.
Speaking of you guys, I've been trying to come up with some nicknames. I got some good ones. What about the executive branch?
No.
No?
We got our own thing, man. We have this orange juice thing.
Orange juice.
Orange juice. Yeah. We have a whole handshake and everything. Every time we score, it's like, orange juice. You have it?
I don't get it, but I like it. I'm going to run with it if that's all right.
That's great.
All right.
Speaking of run, I got to go, man.
All right. Hey, good game again. And thank you for this. This is great stuff.
Thank you.